Welcome to Arizona, where we've got the C8 convertible to spend some time living with. LT2 makes a pretty good sound on startup. Go ahead, pop the front trunk. There's a button hiding under the headlight over there. And for the 2025 model year, we now have a soft close front trunk, so it cinches itself shut. No fingerprints or handprints on the hood trying to close the front trunk anymore. Ooh, got the white interior on this one. Got the engine cutaway, the side profile. Corvette by Chevrolet. It's a busy weekend in Scottsdale. It's the Waste Management Open, which I am not going to. I think it's also Super Bowl weekend, which I don't think I'm watching. I don't really follow sports anymore beyond Formula One. But this is a fun Cars and Coffee 404. Arizona is interesting because winter is when you get more of the cool cars. It's two factors. It's a little bit cooler because in the summer it gets so hot. It's just not that comfortable out. And then also in the winter, I think a lot of people bring their cool cars from colder climates to here. It's kind of the opposite of Michigan, where, you know, we do stuff in the summer, and winter everything is in hibernation. Takes quite a lot to wake me up early for Cars and Coffee these days, but 4204 is always pretty cool. So good reason to pull the Corvette out early in the morning, spend some time with it. So this Cars and Coffee is cool. There's just a bunch of street parking in front of the cafe. Whoa, look at that Revuelto. Another Revuelto. Ooh, Viper. Oh boy. Yeah, there's Jordan's P1. Oh, I'm so glad I get to see this in person. Oh my. Fantastic time at the Cars and Coffee, met some awesome people, caught up some friends, and of course checked out some pretty cool cars. Back into the Corvette. The sun is out, starting to warm up a bit, so let's go ahead and put the top down. We have the control right here. You press and hold that, and the top will start retracting, folding hardtop convertible. The mechanical dance of the hardtop going down. You can also do it while you are moving. Pretty quick. Latched. Let's enjoy some Arizona sun. So technically all of the Corvettes can be enjoyed without a roof, but this one, the HTC hardtop convertible, is the folding hardtop. The regular coupes are actually a target top. You can manually remove the roof panel and put it into the trunk. It's designed to slot in there so it's protected. It won't rattle around or fly away. So you can enjoy all of them with the roof down, but hardtop convertible is the most convenient. You just press and hold a button and the roof drops. I'm gonna go ahead and toggle into Z mode, which I've already set up the way I want. You can individually control these different parameters. Actually, I should show the other animations for the different drive modes. So there is Sport. It might look better later at night when there's less glare. There's Tour, there's My Modes. There's a couple ways to do custom modes. Sport, Track. So these graphics are new for the newer model year. I'm gonna use Z mode for now. The P1 is just so epic. It's just the evil spaceship sitting there. So cool. Owned by one of the best people, Lowballer GTR. Check him out on Instagram. Great guy. On the freeway with the top down, the wind in the cabin isn't terrible. I have the side windows up and the rear window, and that's the benefit of having the hardtop convertible. It's more optimized for top-down driving, whereas with the target top, when you take it off, you can get a little bit more turbulence on the inside. I'm also a bit taller, so I'm kind of slouching. If I sit up straight, I can feel the wind smacking the top of my head and hitting my hair. We just got a post-Cars and Coffee workout in here at the Lifetime in Scottsdale. The parking lot here is ridiculous. Just pulling in, I saw a brand new Maybach. There's supercars. People bring like their Lamborghinis to the gym. It's Scottsdale. See, look at that thing. Maybach to the gym. There was an R8 over there, 911. This is a fancy people gym. I guess I'm here in a Corvette, this is also a $100,000 Corvette Stingray. It's a optioned up 3LT, so, ooh, China Blue G-Wagon. They've got shaded parking too, probably because it gets so hot in the summer. I think I've become spoiled by my Z06 because this feels kind of quiet in comparison. And the Z51 already has a bit more sporty up and exhaust, easily fixed in the aftermarket. You throw something on one of these and you could really open up that 6.2 liter V8. The performance limits of a C8 Stingray with a Z51 package are so impressive that honestly, on a road like this, where you don't need 670 horsepower like in my Z06, I think this Stingray is plenty capable. Really, it comes down to the feel, the sound, the experience, because the engine in a Z06 is truly special. That's not discounting the LT2, the 6.2 liter, but it doesn't rev out quite as high. And I think I'm just spoiled. Ultimately, that's probably the problem, right? I'm spoiled by my Z06. I'm spoiled by driving GT3s and Ferrari 458s and R8s and Huracans, where they keep revving and revving, and I love that feel. I personally love that naturally aspirated, high revving, flat plane crank. But this is a great powertrain combination. Steering is going to be a little bit on the heavy side and a little more numb feeling. Having driven the C8 Stingray on track, it's stupendously capable. I feel that it, from what I remember, trended a little more towards understeer, but I mean, the capabilities were quite impressive, was quite a lot of fun. It's just there are higher tier ones that are even more fun. Z06 on track is epic, absolutely epic. But you know, in the real world, living with it, the C8 Stingray gives you so much of all the ingredients: the layout, the more exotic feel, the nice interior, the tech. You can have magnetic ride, which magnetic ride is so nice. The different drive modes, dual clutch, like this thing does all the things so well. It was actually a lot of fun doing a nighttime curvy canyon drive. Go ahead and turn on my high beams for visibility. Keeping things reasonable as always because of safety, and also I don't know this road super well, and it's pretty tight and curvy. This is still such a good car, and it's kind of mind-blowing to me that we are on the 5th model year of the C8. This thing came out in 2020 in this generation. What? Time has just kind of vanished. I drove this in 2020 when it first came out, and in the scheme of things, I think Chevy might be planning on running the C8 for a bit longer than the past generations. Because what did the C7 run from? I think 2014 was the first model year until 2019 with the C7 ZR1. The C6 would have been, I think, 05 until maybe 06 until 2013 was when the ZR1 capped it off, and typically the ZR1 is what ends the generation run. Well, we're getting the C8 ZR1 soon, but I have a feeling they're going to keep going, so maybe this will get a slight update. They haven't changed much at all for the Stingray. All they've done for this one is we've got some new colors, exterior, interior. This color, Hysteria Purple, is new. There's Sebring Orange and what's yellow? Is it Competition Yellow? I think that's back now. And then the screens, the animations, the graphics have gotten a slight refresh. But mechanically, platform-wise, this thing has not changed. And it didn't really need it. Although, why couldn't they give this 500 horsepower? It's so close. 495 horsepower. Like, you're 5 horsepower away from that nice 500 horsepower club number. I don't know why Chevy didn't just give it to the C8 Stingray an extra 5 horsepower. Come on. But there's still rumors of a Grand Sport coming, which would be this LT2 in the Z06 E-Ray wide body. So we'll see if that ends up becoming a thing. There's rumors of a Zora. That would be the ZR1 engine with hybrid all-wheel drive from the E-Ray, and that would be like 1,200 plus horsepower, absolutely crazy. So we'll see if they keep running the C8 generation or goes to C9, but even 5 years later, spending time with the C8 Stingray, I'm reminded how much I've liked this platform, why I ended up falling in love with this platform, and ended up buying one. I didn't expect to become a Corvette owner of this generation. And with that, we are going to head back down to dinner, relax for tonight, and we'll be wrapping up our time with this specific C8 Stingray tomorrow. We're doing some car Tetris, so quick morning cold start of the C8. It's pretty loud. Tree bits are falling on the car. We need to take a second to mourn the ignominious fall that my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 took the other day. I usually use this to vlog. It's got quite a bit of damage. It's still sort of functioning, but definitely like the gimbal has something loose in it. Luckily, I have the DJI Care Refresh plan. It's like an insurance thing, so I can send this in for a replacement, but RIP, very sad. Take a look at this Hysteria purple paint. Sorry, the car is a little bit dirty, but in the sunlight, you can see some metallic flake, and it looks a lot more purple. When it's darker out or in the shadows, it definitely has more of a dark blurple kind of blue theme to it. And also I want to show you, so if you start putting the convertible top down and leave this cover up, you have an optional engine cover. When the hardtop convertible first came out, one of the downsides versus the coupe is you couldn't see the engine, which is the cool thing when you're mid-engine, right? But they added this now, and you also have a little plaque there, Stingray Z51, 6.2 liter displacement, 495 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. So you just open the convertible mechanism partially and you can see your V8 back there, which is a cool thing. I forgot that the Stingray has cylinder deactivation when you're in the less sporty modes. So you see the green V4 there, went from V8 to V4 mode for efficiency. The way out of that is just to toggle up into a sportier drive mode, but it's to try to make it a little bit more efficient. All right, we are off to the airport to fly back home to Michigan, leaving sunny and warm Arizona for a cold and snowy Michigan, but gotta go home. It's been a nice couple of days living with the Corvette Stingray. It makes me really miss spending time with my Z06. And for 2025 model year, some nice changes for the colors. Hysteria purple is a cool color. I wish it was a little brighter, more vibrant, but it definitely has a lot of depth. It's quite dark, especially if you're not in direct sunlight. Sebring orange, actually, out of the new paint colors, might be my favorite. If I were to order another Corvette, I think I would go for that orange. It's high up on the list of consideration. It looks quite nice. This interior is cool. You'd have to be very careful keeping it clean. This very light gray, and having the convertible is definitely nice. Now you can actually have a little window out back to see your engine, even with the convertible top. That wasn't available initially. With that, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Back to the cold for me. Thanks for watching.